people always also ask me what types of expenses that I can take.
Yeah, I would say that's a very common question we get.
Yeah. To be sort of glib about it, I mean, I give the answer that I give for income, and that is, if it looks like a business expense and it smells like a business expense, it probably is. And what the IRS says, or what the law says, is that, ordinary and necessary expenses incurred in a trade or business that are not lavish or extravagant, right? So that it leaves a really wide open format for claiming deductions. There are certain things that are not allowed as deductions. The one that comes immediately to mind are if you end up paying a penalty, right? Whether it's an IRS penalty or some other kind of penalties, generally those are not deductible. But otherwise, most things are in one way or the other deductible if they were necessary in operating your business. And so it's important, as you said, to make sure that you're keeping track from the very first day, really from when you first start thinking about opening this business, and keeping track of what those expenses are.
Yeah, I usually try to guide clients, to get them thinking about it. Like, what's the cost to get you from your home to where you're conducting this business?
Mm-hmm.
So the travel expense to it. Did you have to take additional education to be able to perform this business? What are those costs that are fixed and known? Like, what portion of your cell phone bill or your internet bill or home office deductions, to get them thinking about the expenses associated with that business?
I think it's okay to be prudently aggressive. If you the standard for claiming a deduction is that you're more likely than not going to prevail in an argument with the IRS, right? So it's pretty, there's so much case law and so much statutory law that defines these different expenses that it's unusual that you would find one that you can't determine, whether it's a valid deduction or not.